I'm probably a lot like a lot of people. Once I got out of my parents' house, I started getting involved in drinking, alcohol, taking drugs, and that's exactly what I did. I could hardly wait to get out of my parents' house. Um, they were restrictive, in which it was really good for me, but I wanted out of there. And I went to Mesa Community College for a while, and that's really where a lot of my introduction to a lot of alcohol began. Just peer pressure, friends thought they were friends, and I began to drink a whole lot. I started smoking marijuana right away, different friends right out of the chute, basically. And then from there it progressed. After Mesa Community, I only lasted there 1 year. I came back up to Prescott, and I started hanging around with a lot of friends that were doing other drugs. I was doing LSD, psychedelics, mescaline, peyote, and just anything to have a good time. And just party up. That's about all I could ever think of. And that was the ruling of my life. I was getting so bad, so wrapped up. I was getting close to the needle. I was hanging around some people that were shooting up. I had long hair, believe it, at one time. I had a beard, and I was just a regular hippie, and trying to live that hippie life. I would kind of be in people's face because I thought it was cool because I had long hair and a beard, and I was the man because I was drinking and partying up. So as life came along, there was a point. I was living out in Chino Valley, and I was experiencing some things in my life that made me begin to see that my life was not together one bit. And it was during a time in Arizona that it was really raining really a lot. It was in January. It was an unusual year. We had lots of rain, lots of wind, and I had an old pickup, and I was driving out to Chino in a rainstorm, and it got so bad that my wipers were not wiping the rain away from the windshield. I had to pull over the side of the road, and at that point I was crying because I was just seeing that there was no real answers in the world, and I used to it would grieve me, and I just said, man, there's got to be another answer to life. And about that same time, I was working with a guy named Roger Fisher, and he was saved, and he would witness to me periodically. He would tell me things about what God had done in his life, and I would listen, and I said, man, this guy, he's got something. And so he told me to pray. Said, ask Jesus into your life, and Jesus will turn your whole life around. And I did that night in that pickup. I pulled over to the side of the road, like I said, and I was just crying out. I said, God, help me. Help me. I'm just a mess. I don't have any answers to life. Please come into my life. Just help me. That's about it. I didn't know how to pray. But so at that point, I felt the presence of God come into my life. I felt there was something that took over in my life. I can't really explain it, but I knew God had touched me right at that moment. I started driving back to my house. I went to find Roger Fisher, and he explained to me the rest of what I needed. That I was saved, that Jesus came into my life, set me free, and I'm a brand new person. God has so totally changed my life, and it's just a wonderful experience. You can have the same thing that I have, being saved and set free from your sin. And you can have an answer to your life in Jesus Christ. I was searching. Jesus is that answer. Praise God. My name is Bill Hunt. That's my life 180.